Yo, what up? What up? It's Lil Dog 73, your chosen soldier, aka Mr. OE, offending everybody. What up, soldiers? I want to take a look at something right here. It says Biden administration claims racism increases risk of Alzheimer's in minority communities. Notice with liberal talking points, they blame everything on racism. I promise you, racism have a new meaning every single day. It says the agency's national plan to address Alzheimer's said Black, Hispanic, and low income populations are more likely to experience health related risks that contribute to Alzheimer's and blame the disparity on structural inequities that resulted from racism. These inequities include underinvestment in education systems, less walkable communities, decreased access to nutritious food, barriers to healthcare access, and low quality of care in their communities, the report said. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right. Let's take a look at this, right? He says structural inequities result from racism. So let's take a look at the reasons for Alzheimer's. It says underinvestment in education systems. Well, Joe Biden, you just slap your own self in the face when you say that because you are the president of the United States. Why not invest money in the education system versus sending taxpayer money abroad overseas all the time? Are you racist, Joe Biden? Okay, it says less walkable communities. You know I don't know what that means because some of the world's greatest athletes come from the hood. So if you said less walkable communities, please elaborate on that. Decrease access to nutritious food. Look, if you have money in your pocket, I don't care if you have a job, I don't care if you're on the street hustling. If you have money, you can shop anywhere you want to shop at. How is there a decreased access to nutritious food? People buy the food that they choose to buy. This has nothing to do with racism. Barriers to healthcare access. Okay. If I have a job, or if a Hispanic person has a job, and we work around a lot of white people, if that job offers insurance, we all have the same insurance. So how are there barriers to healthcare access? Please explain that, Joe Biden. And then low quality of care in their communities. What is low quality of care? I don't understand what that means. But anyway, let's talk about Alzheimer's, right? So let's look at this is the Mayo Clinic, and let's see what Alzheimer's is, because I want to know if Joe Biden fits the definition of Alzheimer's. It says Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurologic disorder that causes the brain to shrink and brain cells to die. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia, a continuous decline in thinking, behavior, and social skills that affect a person's ability to function independently. Okay, now, do Joe Biden have a continuous decline in thinking, behavior, and social skills that affect a person's ability to function independently? Because if he does, that means that, and if racism is what caused this, that means Joe Biden must have been a victim of racism his whole life. But let's see if Joe Biden fits this definition of what Alzheimer's is.
Thank you for that. He was a famous African American baseball player in America.
Joe Biden, he looked the Pope in the eye and said, "You're a famous African American baseball player in America." Oh man, let's see.
תודה לנשיא המדינה,
US President Joe Biden is being mocked online after seemingly attempting to shake hands with nobody during his 2-day trip to Israel.
He's shaking hands with the air. It says a continuous decline in thinking and behavior and social skills. He's shaking hands with the air. Let's look at one more thing.
Above all,
He tried to shake hands with the air again. Let me read this one more time. A continuous decline in thinking, behavior, and social skills that affects a person's ability to function independently. I just want to read this paragraph right here. It says approximately 5.8 million people in the United States aged 65 and older live with Alzheimer's. Of those, 80% are 75 years old or older. Out of the approximately 50 million people worldwide with dementia, between 60 and 70% are estimated to have Alzheimer's disease. So it sounds like Alzheimer's is more from old age than anything. Now, if you this is the Mayo Clinic website, and if you read this whole article of what it's talking about, racism is not mentioned nowhere on this website. So, where do liberals get racism cause Alzheimer's? So, I'm going to leave you with two choices. Based on the clips that I just showed you and the definition of Alzheimer's disease, choice number one, do Joe Biden have Alzheimer's? Now, I want you to leave your answers in the comments because I'm curious to know. So, do Joe Biden have Alzheimer's? Or option number two is, okay, this is the Bible. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11 and 12. It says, and for this cause, God should send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So God sends people strong delusions who hate truth. So do Joe Biden have Alzheimer's disease, or do he have a strong delusion where he's shaking hands with people who's not even there? So it's your choice. Choose which one he has according to your opinion. And make sure you leave it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe. Christ is King.